and welcome. This is Fosung Elizabeth Cookye. I'm here at Breezy Excursion at 1020 the Alameda, located here in San Jose. Wonderful urban clothing store extraordinaire. In the back, we have a video game tournament and events that go on here under the Capsule Corp name. It is weekly and bi-weekly events for King of Fighters 14, Street Fighter 5, and on occasion, the Tekken scene. So I'm here with Demetri Scobellitti. You're traveling from?
San Francisco.
And he comes here because he is an avid fan and tournament player for King of Fighters. So tell us about your experience last week. You won a tournament, you won first place, your team was with Nakaruru, and I can't remember the other two. Let us know, how was that experience for you? Let us know.
Experience was really fun. I like competing, and it's for my love for the game. And then the characters I used was, the team I used to win was Nakaruru, Geese Howard, and Athena.
So I noticed you came out first place. How was the final match for you? Was that difficult?
No, wasn't. I'm just going to be honest right now. Nakaru's cheap, and it wasn't hard at all.
That's exactly what I was about to ask. For those who play King of Fighters, Nakaruru is a female that uses an eagle. She's a girl who fights on behalf of Mother Nature. She's originally from an SNK game called Samurai Spirits. And even in her own game, the bird that she uses that flutters above her doesn't have as much power as it has in this new King of Fighters 14 game. So a lot of casual players and tournament players for this one particular game feel that Nakaruru is a little bit cheap. Could you let us know your experiences on why you decided to use her, and what do you feel can be revised about her? Why is she considered a cheap character to use?
Well, she's really cheap because like everything she does is plus. And she has when she has this move where she clings onto the bird. So that whole animation where she gets onto the bird before she grabs the bird, she's fully invincible, so you can't hit her, and it can cross up if you mess up like a punish. And her down C is probably one of the best anti-airs in the game, and you can cancel it if they jump and you down C, you can cancel it to her slide and cross people under, and they don't know where you're gonna land, and then you can do a crouching B into a combo into a super, and it does at least half your life. She has a DP. She has Mamaha is the name of the bird, and and the bird's not considered projectile. So any fireball you throw out, the bird will just beat it, and you can't do anything about it. And then here's another example. Athena has a reflector where she can reflect projectiles. Right. So if you shoot the bird out, it won't reflect it because it's not a projectile. So the bird is just basically F you. I'm just F you.
Basically, the bird is free. The bird overcomes anything.
Pretty much.
As a little bit of side trivia for you guys out there who are fans of Nakaruru from the Samurai Spirits game, Nakaruru hasn't been seen in the King of Fighters game since King of Fighters 95 released for Game Boy. She was a secret character in which you had to press either the start or the select button about 25 to 30 times, and then you would hear a special chime which allowed you to use her. Now, even in that version of the game, so long ago on the black and white Game Boy, yes, black and white Game Boy, 4 AA batteries, she was even cheap. She had a move where you can power up your move to do a super. You could power up, and when you're at max, you would actually be able to go into a special move in the air with her, which allowed her to roll, and the down roll would hit you 15 times, and on the 12th time, it would get you automatic stun. You do the same move again, you would win the match.
Yes.
So I think they brought a lot of that cheapness from the black and white Game Boy into King of Fighters 14, but they implemented it a different way with the Mama Haha bird.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you've been playing King of Fighters for a long time. Mm-hmm. King of Fighters is one of those games released by SNK Corporation, which is a rival to Capcom. Their games haven't always gotten the same light as Capcom games here in America. Yeah. And you, as a player on both sides for both Capcom and SNK, what is your favorite King of Fighters game?
It's the tie between King of Fighters 2002 and King of Fighters 11. Those are my two favorites. 98 maybe, but mostly 11 and 2002. It's always between those two.
What are the differences between those two for you?
For 2002, it's kind of like this game, old school 3-on-3 battles. It's a dream match, so even the characters that were died in the previous story, you can play them. And KOF 11 had a if you played Marvel vs. Capcom, they had a team mechanic where you can do a combo and then you can tag in your partner and continue the combo into like other supers. And then you had leader supers where you pick one character as your leader, and that's basically the leader of your team, and that character can use their ultimate super, and they can use it can be used for like setups to like break guard and then activate super and et cetera, et cetera.
I remember being an avid player of King of Fighters 11 myself. When it first came out, I was a big fan of Elizabeth Blanc-Couture. She's still one of my favorites. Unfortunately, she was my Vice replacement because Vice was not in King of Fighters 11. For those of you out there who are kind of unfamiliar with the SNK games, King of Fighters is a culmination of separate other games. The Art of Fighting, Akari Warriors, sometimes Metal Slug. If you're playing in King of Fighters, Regulation A and Maximum Impact, they have some Metal Slug characters in there. Psycho Soldier, and various other SNK games, sometimes World Heroes.
Mark of the Wolves.
Garo, thank you. Garo, Mark of the Wolves is also another game as well. King of Fighters games are usually separated in story arcs that are told across 3 separate games. So the Orochi Saga was from 95, 96, and 97, with a dream match in between being 98. The Ness Saga was 99, 2000, 2001, with another dream match being 2002 in between. And then the New Hero Saga was 2003, 11, and then 13. But 12 kind of broke the traditional mold of it being the dream match, and it came in between 11 and 13. And now, we're now with the new game, which we're still trying to figure out if it's a new arc, which is supposed to be the Black Dragon arc, but we don't know yet until the next game if this was just a dream match or this is the start of the new arc. So, Mr. Scobellitti, where do you see yourself in the future as a tournament player? I know that you also play Blaze Blue, and you're great at that game. Let us know a little bit about this Blaze Blue and where you see yourself in the future as a tournament player.
Right now, I'm juggling between the new Blaze Blue that just came out. It literally came out like 2 days ago, and then I'm playing this game. So I'm having a hard time trying to give both games even time, but I think I can manage. And for the future, I just want to. Well, my goal right now is to at least win a major for either of those games. So right now, I'm trying to when I'm not working, I'm trying to I put most of my free time into training mode, watching videos or streams, and then going to more locals. I'm trying to go out to more locals. And I'm also a big fan of Blaze Blue. I've been playing it since the first one when it came out in 2007. First it came out in arcade in 2007, and then it came out to home consoles in 2008. And I've been playing it since then. I fell in love with the series because I like the music, the characters, the sound. The story. I really love the story. I'm a big fan on the story. And it was also from the creator of who made Guilty Gear, so that's another thing that sparked my interest to buy the game.
Thank you. Thank you for giving us your time, supporting the scene, coming out to this tournament event, and continuing your love for the King of Fighter and Blaze Blue series. We look forward to seeing you coming out more often. I'm quite sure you will do very well in the scene.
Thank you.
This has been Fosung Elizabeth Cookye without an appointment here, and we're here located at Breezy Excursion at 1020 the Alameda here in San Jose. Thank you so much for joining us.